sills. Thought it might be handy if I show you this and you maybe learn from my cock-ups. So the sills I've got at the moment, this is obviously handmade with these square cutouts. Handmade up until there, then I think it becomes original. And I'd like to know what's going on here. How's this floor supposed to be attached? Is that supposed to be welded on or bolted on, or anyway? Somebody could let me know, that'd be great. So I bought a new sill. Somebody might recognise that part number. But this it came with this dent in it, and it took 2 weeks to get, and it was £220, it's about $250, something like that, and I think they've gone up since. So now I know what they look like. I've got a local fabrication company to bend me these 2 bits of metal. So right length, all the right folds. And on the new one, this line here runs out about 2 or 3 millimeters. I can't imagine that's part of the design. I think they've just misfolded that somewhere. Don't know. But anyway, I made mine square rather than tapering like that. So get that welded together, and they gave me some 2mm steel to make these pieces here. So the only bit I'm a bit bothered about is welding all these layers together, because I haven't got a spot welder. I'll put those holes in. Okay. And what's this hole for? This is on the rear end of the sill, back end, somewhere around the beak post. So, get the old one off, let's see where we are. This is how my method of putting those holes in with that little flange. So, I've ragged out a hole, piece of timber, and then find a piece of pipe that's the right size, and here I'm using an axle stand, and that just go in there, and then from the other side tap it down with a ball peen hammer, and then find a suitable socket from your spanner set and bash it through from the other side. There's the first hole in. Slightly more roundy on the bend, but it's covered up anyway. And that axle stand works really well because you've got something really firm to beat down on. Here's some measurements if anybody's interested of the little panels. And there's the new bits made, ready to go in. And I've painted the inside of this, but what I've realised is you can't really paint the inside very easily. So when I make up the next one, I'm going to paint what I can on the inside before I weld it together, so it should be a better job. And noticed a couple of things. This sill here, which is made up, I mean surely that's supposed to be square, isn't it? And it's not. that runs out, I mean that's what, 100mm, something like that length, and it runs out 2mm. So that flange isn't square, and then if that's not square, it's going to make this not square, which will throw the edge of this out a little bit. So all these little inaccuracies are going to add up somewhere, aren't they? Little cock up on this one I've had made up, but they didn't leave me this little bit of extra here to fold up. I'll have to weld a little bit on there just to make up for that. Trimmed, painted, put these funny angles on, and I painted what I can on the inside, and that's all got its brackets on ready. A tip I picked up about doing spot welds, I've always had various disasters with those, but if you're using a MIG, trim the end of your wire before you do each one, then you're not starting your weld with one of the black oxidised spots of metal, and it works much better. So let that paint dry and move on to taking this to bits. Some stuff to remind me. Fuel pipe. This is the back outrigger. The fuel pipe goes through that outrigger and up. We got this wire here, which I guess is a reversing switch. Seems to get the gearbox. This wire here, I think that's the one I chopped, that goes forward through there somewhere and up through the battery box into the engine bulkhead. And I've got these wires here, which I don't know where they go. They must go forward, I would have thought. Some go into the chassis. Can't tell where they go. That slides in really easily, that goes in one piece. Still got some repairs to do down there to that hinge boxing in section, but that looks like it lives there. Clean it up, and that'll be going pretty well. Here's the old sill, pop riveted together. Looks like they used the old stiffeners and pop riveted it to some really thin stuff. All done. 2 sills. That one's £220, that one's £40, and it's painted inside as well.